Venture Summit is really a way to pull together emerging companies and investors and strategic partners, so they have a forum in which they can talk, collaborate, and expand opportunities for each. It's important because frequently emerging companies need both the advice, the education, the mentoring, and of course the financial support of investors and strategic partners, whether it's to pilot a program with a strategic institution or whether it's to seek financing from an investor. The Venture Summit enables that sort of incubation to happen, those important networks to occur. The mission of the Telemedicine Venture Summit is really to provide a source of education for emerging companies and to also provide a sense of networking between investors, strategic partners, and those emerging companies.
I think it's very useful for a pragmatic point of view of what you're trying to do here. A lot of companies come in and they think that the success is actually just the fact that they're raising money, and that's not the case. The fact is you need to prove your business model, and adding venture capital money is like adding fuel to a fire that's already burning.
I think it's a very important part of the overall conference because it really is where the innovation actually starts.
As a whole, well, the Telemedicine Association is doing a fantastic job of promoting telemedicine throughout the country. This has been a good idea and the technology's been there for a while. The problem is regulatory issues and things, and so the effort that the ATA makes in terms of lobbying and getting reimbursements and things going is actually critical to the whole thing, because if there's no money involved when you're doing a telemedicine consult, then we can do all the cool things that we want to do from a technology and product perspective, but nobody's going to use it if they're not getting paid.
Well, I think the summit provided a really interesting perspective into how investors are thinking about the space and how entrepreneurs are pursuing the space. I think there's been a lot of promise in the field of telemedicine for a long time, but that it's taken a long time for that promise to translate into actual business results at a large scale like we all expected it would for a very long time.
The outcome of the Venture Summit is really to establish and incubate these really essential relationships between strategic partners, investors, and emerging companies. Obviously, the educational component is a key component as well, so that general audience members have ability to take away and learn from what you can do to go ahead and develop those relationships on your own. But for those particular companies that applied, we had about 60 companies that applied and 25 were selected to participate in this in-depth program. They will walk away with really a full day of networking and in-depth meetings between investors and strategic partners.